Hey, I'm Duncan McPherson and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about when your US corporation is not required to pay Canadian corporate tax, but is required to collect our national sales tax, aka the GST and or the HST, depending on what province you're selling into. Super specific stuff. Oh, that's a tongue twister. But if this sounds like you, please listen up. And for more information on your Canadian tax compliance, check me out at themactax.com. And don't forget to subscribe for more tips on HST traps and pitfalls, and to avoid all the BS you're probably already experiencing. Okay, so as your year ends, it is in your best interest to fly under the Canada Revenue Agency radar to ultimately save yourself from being audited. A little background for you. The Canadian tax return is filed on Form T2 up here, 1120F in the United States. And in this video, I am going to be using the term T2 because Canadian corporate tax return takes too long to say. So there are three annoying tax hassles you need to know about when selling into Canada. First, if you are protected under the Canada-US tax treaty from paying taxes in Canada, you still almost always need to file a T2 return. The laws governing this issue in Canada are very similar to the laws in the United States. In the United States, you file an 1120F with Form 8833. In Canada, you file Form T2 with Schedules 91 and 97. Our 91 and 97 are like your 8833. I have often heard from accountants in Canada, Duncan, how was I supposed to know I was supposed to file in the United States? I said, because we have the exact same laws in Canada that require US corporations to file up here. And vice versa. I've heard the exact same thing from US accountants about filing in Canada. So claiming I don't know Canada or US tax law isn't going to get you very far with any taxing authority in either country when the law is exactly the same in both countries. So don't think that that's going to work. Learn the law and move on. Okay, if you're still here, here's the second point. Make sure the gross sales that you reported on your HST returns agree exactly with Schedule 91. I can tell you if your HST sales do not equal the sales on Schedule 91, you are going to get a letter or a call from CRA and they are going to ask you why. And they will do this even if the differences are small. And why wouldn't they? If you can't explain it, they will reassess you and take the higher of the two numbers. It's easy money for them. One phone call and they got it. So be careful with HST and keep a clean set of books and records. Because remember, CRA loves it when you got sloppy bookkeeping. Okay, so now on to the third point. Now this one is very wordy, but very important. So please listen carefully. The HST you collect is exactly like payroll withholdings in the United States. They are considered trust funds. You are considered to be the custodian of CRA's money. So we have a really nasty law in this regard. Because you are a non-resident handling the government of Canada's cash, they want you to post a bond equal to 1/2 of the HST you collected in the previous year. So if you collected $1 million of HST last year, you're supposed to post a $500,000 bond with the Canada Revenue Agency. Now this really sucks, but there is relief around it. You can actually give them a surety bond in lieu of the cash. I believe the surety bond with most surety companies will cost you about 1% of the bond. So in the example above where you were required to post a $500,000 bond, the cost of surety insurance will be about $5,000. It ain't great, but at least it's deductible and you don't have to fork over $500,000 in cash. Okay, one last point, and it's big, but please keep it quiet. For whatever reason, CRA does not ask for that bond when you register for the HST. Nobody knows why. And we're not going to ask, okay? So you may get away for a couple of years without having to post the bond. Just be ready for it when they ask. I realize that all this sounds like a lot of unnecessary bureaucratic horse, but it is the world we live in. There's nothing we can do about it. We just got to learn it and deal with it. So contact me at themactax.com to help you through the Canadian tax maze and bureaucracy. FYI, bureaucracy is our #2 industry up here, second only to hockey. Or better yet, just click on the link below to get started. We can work it together, and thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next video.